Hi and welcome to this video. I'm very excited to share with you the process of making a vision board. I know it's end of January, it's the last few days of January, but it's never a bad time to reorganize your thoughts. And for me, January is a hectic month, the beginning and sending kids back to school, then getting back to work. So all that settling unsettles my mind. So we can do our vision boards at any point. And January, end of January, I think it's a good time. I don't know if you have made yours or had your thoughts around it, but if you haven't, join us now and let's get going with making a vision board. So when you're thinking of making a vision board, first you need to be convinced that it actually works, because it does. The thing is, we plan and imagine and envision things in images. So when we want to remember things more vividly, we are better off using images or words that are written in a certain way so that they are also a visual impression. So why vision boards work is that whatever you focus on gets done, and we know that whatever you focus on is frequently in your thoughts, it's frequently in your conversations, it's frequently in your prayers, so that's why it works. So we are going to look at the different things that you need to have so as to get your vision board to be really powerful and inspiring. The first thing is, of course, to prepare. And the preparation is mainly in organizing your thoughts, to reflect about what has been happening the previous year, what your successes were, what kept coming to your mind that you would want to achieve. So just bringing that to mind. So it's good to have a notebook and jot those things down and just reflect on the previous year so that you know where you're heading. And then when you get down now to organizing those thoughts, the first thing is to pin down. If you can pin down your core vision, the one that doesn't change year after year, the goals you're making and the things you're envisioning to celebrate at the end of the year, the things that you're envisioning to celebrate at the end of 1 year are anchored on a core vision that doesn't change. So for me, I have prepared that core vision, and it's basically just two things. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's heaven and family, or I could also put it as God and family. So just putting in that picture of the angel saying, wow, that they have seen me arrive at whatever point that I will exit this world, is the one thing. And having that whole idea of Saint Irene Kinuthia, I think, is the biggest vision that anyone could ever have, in my opinion. And I think even when we talk about legacy, that's the one legacy that never dies. So we celebrate saints who died thousands of years ago, well, hundreds of years ago. And the other side is family. I am yet to experience something that I cannot give up for my family, because it's the core of everything, of life on earth for me. So I have a picture there of my family at the moment, and some of the things that I would like to see in my family, which are based on 3 key virtues, which is piety. I would like them to be always prayerful, hardworking or industrious, and cheerful. I would always want them to be happy. So that's my core. Not whatever else changes around me, those two remain constant. So that's what I mean with the core. And we all have that core, that central vision that anchors all our other dreams. I don't know what yours is. Take time to think about what you feel is a non-negotiable core vision that goes with you year after year. Of course, it can change with time, but what is it that you see now? And it will reach a point where it's completely fixed. At least mine seems to be fixed to those two. Then after that, you divide your dreams or your life into quadrants. Almost everything can be divided into 4 quadrants. So there's a whole variety of things that you can select from. And I would encourage you to really think, if you were to put your life into 4 equal parts, what would they be? And I will share with you mine. And excuse my order here, but yes. Well, it's not in any order, but this one talks about self, things that are really personal to me. And in that quadrant, the thing I want to focus on this particular year is health. So I have printed out there bold words, healthy me, so that they can ring in my mind constantly every time I see the wrong food that I shouldn't eat. Then I have family. Yes, it's in my core vision, but it also is in the quadrant I would want to focus on this year as well. And the thing that I would like to really focus on in the family is raising standards. So putting those bold words, I have details there of the things that I would really want to see improving in terms of standards, like bedrooms. I want to start with bedrooms, then bathrooms, then kitchen. So this year I just want to be thinking, raise standards. Every time I'm in my house, raise standards. Every time we are doing something with family, raise standards. So that's the core word for me there. Then the other quadrant is work. So work, this year I want to dare to soar like an eagle, to almost like jump off the cliff in daring to do things, in not fearing my potential, but just letting it out, letting it go. So daring to soar, daring to do greater things. So when I'm at work or when I'm given an assignment, I want to say, is this the highest I can go with this? And that should keep me going this year. And the last quadrant that I have is the spiritual one. And here I want to be a fighter. I want to fight to be heroic, to put my best foot forward. So when I don't feel like saying my prayers, the ones I have committed to, I fight to do it. When I don't have enough funds to go for a retreat that I had said I would go, I'll fight to get the money. So just pitching to be heroic in my spiritual life this year. That's what I want, to be a fighter. Okay, so those are my 4 quadrants. So you can choose any 4 quadrants that you want. You can even pick one of these quadrants and divide it into 4 quadrants. So you can decide that this year you just want to focus on work. Maybe you're just stepping into the workplace and you just want to give your career a boost. It's not to say that the others cease to be important, but maybe for this particular year you want to focus on work, in which case you can make 4 quadrants out of work, like dressing for work, or branding myself for work, or taking on new assignments, or studying to improve myself so that I can get a better job. It can actually go into another 4 quadrants. So feel free. There are people who may want to focus on leisure. There are people who may want to focus on CSR or personal social responsibility. It can be a quadrant. So there are so many things that are in your life that you can put into 4 different quadrants. So once that is done, once you have picked the key ideas, that's when the pictures come in. Because if you just cut off random pictures and stick, then really they may make you dream, but they won't inspire the actual action. So it's important to have some keywords that will, you can almost repeat every day and say, yeah, my house, raise the standards. My spiritual life, fight to be heroic. So it's something that is so easy to remember, even in moments where you're feeling that you're struggling. So I'm struggling between eating chips and a salad, and I say, healthy me, and it helps me to live up to it. Now from there, you can put together the materials that you want to use for your vision board. And some of the things, they're simple things. So you could have the glue to stick it onto a manila card. I just picked a manila card myself, but some people put it straight on the wall, and it's okay. You can put straight on the wall, of course, not using glue. Better you use that blue tack think it's called blue tack, or you use masking tape so that you don't ruin the wall. Other people actually use a whole notice board. The notice board, so you just use thumbtacks to pin your things, and you can leave room to add on new things. So that's what you need. Then of course the obvious things like a pair of scissors to cut out the pictures, and you can also have some markers. I've put some markers in case I want to just add my own handwritten words and things like that. And then you can collect a whole lot of pictures, and these ones you can add as you go along. A whole lot of pictures. I know this one I'm going to put on my quadrant of spiritual, and this one of jumping off the cliff is basically daring, so it will be there in my work. I think this one I picked for family because raise the standards even in terms of fun, but just that jump means you're raising the standards a little higher. So I think that picture inspires. The thing with the pictures is to inspire action, and when you look at it, it just inspires you to do things. There's one that I have here that reflects my healthy me, which I'm going to stick on. I cut it from a magazine. It's just the face of a lady, but I like the face because she looks ageless, that face that you can't really tell how old, and she looks energetic and happy, and she has a hairstyle I like too. So when I see the picture, it just makes me then want to have a healthy me, so that I'm energetic, positive, optimistic, and all the nice things that come to my mind. I also have one here of raising standards, which is a very well made bed with a boy there, could pass for one of my sons. So little things like that, and that's the idea. This one is a folded fist like that, and I think it's more in my spiritual life where I just want to really just fight. I don't want to give up the battles, the prayer battle at any point. So that will inspire that. So I'm ready now to put them on the vanilla card and make my actual vision board, which I am going to hang just in front of my bed. There's a wall there just in front of my bed, which is very good. I wake up and I see it, and before I sleep I see it. So that's where I plan to put it. But first things first is to put it all together. So I hope you're also able to collect all the things and take a good day. Make sure the mood is right when you're actually doing the vision board, when you're pinning things. Don't do it when you're stressed, because all these pictures will not inspire anything. So do it on a day when you're relaxed. Make sure you're comfortable. If it's cold, like today I'm doing mine on a cold day, make sure you're warm. Even little details like that. If you enjoy good music, put it on. Make sure you've eaten something, so that the mood is just very right for you to do your vision board, and leave room in your vision board to add on new ideas as they come. So let's get down to it. So all done. As I had mentioned earlier, the central piece, which just picks the vision, your vision, the one that doesn't change year after year. Then that corner there, for me is family. So my 4 quadrants, as I had said, family, spiritual, work, and taking care of self. So from there I can see, even from a distance, family, raise the standards, fight to be heroic, there with a big punch, jumping off the cliff so as to dare in my work. And yeah, I like that lady, she inspires me. So whatever you put, it should just jump from the wall for you to really give you the message that you want to listen to every day. And make sure you pin it in a strategic place where you see it every morning, as many times in the day as you can, so that it inspires your thoughts, your conversations, and your prayers. So thank you so much for watching. Do let me know how you're getting on with putting your vision board together. Bye for now.